there, I'm Dr. Abby.
And I am Dr. Liz. Welcome to episode 7 of What's Up Docs. Today, Dr. Abby is going to lead us through some exercises to help us improve our access to the power source, to our air. Really, what we need to be singers is access to the air. This will help us move our air and avoid building those compensatory strategies that we use when we can't access our air. Tension in the neck, tension in the tongue, tension in the jaw. So yeah, Abby, why don't you take it away?
All right, I'm just going to jump right into one of these exercises, and this one's fun because you get to blow up a balloon or blow into a straw, and then I'll come back and talk about why the heck I'm blowing up balloons. So I'll be right back. Okay, so you're going to start on your back with your feet up on something. Squeeze something between your knees and pull your heels down the wall so that you lift your sit bones, and you should feel the backs of your thighs working. Take a breath in through your nose, breathe out into the balloon, and get all of your air out. When the balloon is as big as you can, you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and breathe in through your nose again. It looks like this. And you would keep going. Pause for balloon moments. Keep going for 4 or 5 breaths. The reason that we want to do this exercise is because in order to get your diaphragm to dome back up into an exhalation position, we need our ribs to come together and down in the front so that inside your diaphragm muscle, which really there are 2, right and left, can dome back up and get air out. If you tend to have posture where these ribs don't move well and your abs don't do this pulling down movement very well, your diaphragm won't know what full exhalation is, and you'll end up trying to force air out from somewhere up here, like Liz talked about. Wow. Liz, you look like you have thoughts about that.
Yeah, so as you are, just to clarify, as you're laying on the table or the floor, right? We can just lay on the floor and do this, right? Okay, feet up against a wall. You're pulling down with your heels to engage those hamstrings, the back of our thighs. So you keep those engaged throughout, right? So and as you're exhaling, are you actively engaging your abdominal muscles to get as much air out as possible? And then you do that over and over.
Exactly. So your hamstrings set your pelvis in a position where you can reach kind of maximal exhalation. It's not really maximal. Your lungs are empty, right? That would be bad.
Yes.
But it sets you up to really maximize how you can get your air out, so that then as you blow into the balloon or a straw, if you have a straw at home, most vocalists do.
Yes, we singers all small straws.
Straws. You can blow through that straw, blow into the balloon, and get a little bit of a resistance to your exhale so that you can feel your obliques and your transversus abdominis, 2 of your deep abdominal muscles, pulling the ribs down and in and allowing that diaphragm to dome back up. That's what's going to bring your air out with ease and with strength and stability from your trunk, so that you don't have to, again, try to pull it out from above.
Very cool. And you know what? The obliques, the transversus abdominis muscles, those are the muscles we need to be engaged with singing, right? We need those to not only keep us, well, I'll let you take. You're the physical therapist, Abby. I'll let you talk about it.
The answer is yes. Liz is right. Everything she just said is correct. We need our exhalation muscles to be strong in a short position, a long position, and everywhere in between, so that no matter where you are in a phrase, no matter what type of singing you need to do, they are ready for you to go. There's one more exercise I wanted to show you today, and I have to get back on my table on my hands and knees. It's essentially the same exercise, only you're using those same muscles against gravity to pull your ribs in and up towards the ceiling. So you'll see why in a second. Be right back. All right. So we've got hands and knees. You're going to breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, and get as round as possible. It looks like this. And then when you get to exhale, and I mean full exhale, you're going to pause for 3 seconds, put your tongue back on the roof of your mouth, and breathe in through your nose at the end of those 3 seconds. and you repeat for 4 or 5 breaths. That pause gives your diaphragm a moment to learn, oh, this is what you mean by exhalation. And just kind of like this neurological reboot of like, I can get that all the way up there. I can get these abs all the way short and really learn it. So that pause is pretty important. If you get lightheaded, you might leave it out at first and then add it back in as you get stronger and more accustomed to that kind of breathing.
All right, so just a quick recap then. Just, as I'm walking through this, if I want to walk my singers through this, I want to make sure I'm doing it in a safe way, right? So hands and knees, and basically when we go up into that exhale position where we are kind of arching our backs like the cat and cow, right? That part. What are our necks doing?
Great question. Basically just relaxing.
Okay.
I often joke that our head is our fifth appendage. So if our trunk is getting round, it's just kind of like your head will go along with it.
Okay, so it's just
and don't work so
curve.
hard.
Okay, so it's following the curve of that spine. And as you're up, the exhale, tongue on the alveolar ridge, top of the mouth. I like fat tongue. Let's bring our exercises together, right?
Love that.
Inhale through the nose here or through the mouth?
Inhale through the nose with your tongue up and then out through your mouth.
Okay. Excellent. Now, would it make sense to use any resistance here? Straw or?
You absolutely can. Anytime.
Okay. I guess we have to build up to that though, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's always good to just practice the pattern first. Because like I said, a lot of people will get lightheaded the first few times. That's not dangerous. It's just good to take your time.
Yeah, no problem.
And just a quick shout out to Postural Restoration Institute who came up with these 2 exercises.
That's great. And I just want to point out what you said too, real quickly, the neurological aspect of this, right? It's all kind of training the brain to help train the body that we're doing something new, we're doing it in a new way, which means it takes time, intention, and repetition.
Oh.
Right? And that's what we need in the voice studio, and frankly, in how many other facets of our life. We won't get into that today.
I'm going to put those 3 words on my wall somewhere.
Remind me of what I just said.
Time,
intention.
repetition, and intention.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks, y'all. Abby's going to do a couple more of these exercises next week. So we look forward to seeing you then. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. If you tried this and you just felt like a pretzel or something didn't work, drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. All right. Have a great week.
Bye, everyone.